Hey siblings. So since I just watched Eric's next week video, I figured it was time for me to post my this week video. So here I am. Gonna kill my dogs. I'm gonna murder them. So Eric, you said that you guys, well I don't know, you can't really speak for Jessica and Vince, but you want to know more about like my life and my interests. So that's kind of hard because I feel like I don't really have any interests. Like, I like playing Pokemon. I like my dogs. I like, let me think, Reddit. I like to be on Reddit. I like going on walks. Other than that, I mean, I like to bake. Other than that, like, that's pretty much my interests. So it's like, I feel like those are all hard things to talk about because I don't want to bore you guys with the details because, like, none of that stuff is really anything that I can talk about on a significant basis. But anyway, I'll tell you about some things going on in my life. There's not much going on, but I'll talk to you about what I have. So, I think I told you guys last week that the HVAC guy was here to give us a quote on a new HVAC because ours is dead. And, we actually had two different quotes and both of them were like over $10,000. And I don't have that kind of money, but this is the life of being an adult. So I'm gonna have to deal with it. Let me think. I am so sick of my job. I literally feel like I'm going to have a mental breakdown every single time I go into work because the reps that I work with are just, I'm not going to sit here and complain about work because this job is, I mean, this video is public and I don't know if anybody is going to happen upon this video, but I will just tell you that I'm very frustrated with work right now. It is very, very taxing on my mental health. And I am very clearly not meant for customer service. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I've got to do something because I can't do this forever. I'm also struggling really hard with seasonal depression right now, and that's also making it really difficult for me to do these videos because when I get into my seasonal depression, this happens every year when it starts to get cold outside and the weather starts to get icky like it's been, and I just want to lay in a cocoon and just hibernate for the winter, but it makes it hard for me to want to post any videos or really interact at all because I just want to be in a hole, you know. I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to wallow in misery, I guess. Which is probably not the healthiest approach, and that's definitely something that I need to not allow myself to do because obviously it's not good. And I want to build those relationships with you guys, so. But also, another side of the coin is that I am like a very quiet person. I'm not really someone who talks a whole lot. I think I'm a lot better at listening than I am about talking. So my way of typically building relationships with people is just to sit there and listen to them. I think pretty much all my friends can tell you that I'm a really good listener, but they probably don't know too much about my life because I really don't like to talk about it. And I don't even know if it's that I don't like to talk about it. I think that I'm just the kind of person that kind of feels uncomfortable with talking about myself and talking about things that are happening with me because it almost feels selfish. So I'd rather just talk about you and your life and know what's going on with you. And I don't know, maybe that's not healthy either, but I think I'm really starting to realize a lot of the habits that I have in my life that are maybe not the best way of doing things, but it's just what I've done my whole life, so I don't really know any other way. My dogs are driving me nuts. I really feel like a mom of 3, like, it's crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have much else to say. Jessica, congratulations on your baby. I am, like, literally so happy for you, even though I know that this was not what you necessarily wanted or were expecting, but it's still a blessing. And Eric and Vince. Ooh, excuse me. That was gross. Eric and Vince, I'm really glad that you guys have that in common, where you like to talk about psychology and theology and politics and all that kind of stuff. I'm not really into that. I kind of dig Jake's model that you were talking about, Eric. I think that actually makes a lot of sense to me. It's kind of like a very simple way of explaining those types of states and why, you know, time flies when you're having fun, or whatever you want to call it. That's a really good explanation as to why that is the case, because it's a flow state. Time flies when you're in a flow state. And that makes a lot of sense to me, because when I'm like busy at work and the calls are back to back, but it's just the same thing over and over and over again, it's repetitive, I can just get in my zone and just do it. And before I know it, it's time for lunch and I don't know where the time went. So definitely makes a lot of sense to me, but it's just not necessarily something that, it's not really an interest that I share with you guys, but I mean, it's still interesting nonetheless. It's just not really my cup of tea. I heard you talk about politics and all the things that are happening with the impeachment. I've been sort of paying attention to it, but I'm not very politically inclined. I don't really understand politics, so I try to keep myself informed, but not to the degree that you are, Eric. So I'm aware of everything that's happening with the impeachment. I've been paying attention. I did see that Trump all but admitted that he did everything that he's being accused of, but, you know, we'll see where this leads. I don't know. I just find it all very interesting. I think it is a very, very interesting political climate that we have right now, and I just feel like a spectator, just kind of sitting there with my popcorn watching it all unfold, and it's just kind of hilarious to me. But anyway, I guess that's all that I have. I don't know, guys. Tell me what you want to know about me, because I'm not good at talking about myself. It's just like, I just find it weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, makes me uncomfy. Anyway, I think that's all I got. I don't know if you can hear my dog. My one dog is sitting on me while these two play. Yeah, they're really cute. I love them. They drive me nuts. Alright guys, I love you. I hope all three of you are having a fantastic day, /week, /month, /year. I hope all of your kids are doing well, and yeah, guys, feel free to call me, because I need to not isolate myself. Alright, love you guys. Aw, look, he just joined me. Oh, my babies love me. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye.